All right, I'm looking to expand my pedal board for both for testing amps and for my own benefit. And I was curious about the Archer pedal from Rockett. It keeps popping up everywhere over YouTube, and it's supposed to be a great clone of the Klon Centaur, and I thought I'd check it out. And the YouTube rabbit hole also led me to the Archer Rockaway. Pete Thorne's using that. More on that in a little bit. And this is what I've already got. It's one of my old pedals, and I want to see if one of these does something for me that this does not. This is not a this versus that. This is not anything about mine's better or because it's mine or anything. You may hear this and think, oh, he liked pedal A, I like pedal C, and some idiot likes pedal B. We'll find out what these things sound like. So I've got right now a Strat with Mojotone quiet coil, single coils neck and middle, and a Sir Thornbucker in the bridge. I'm going into a 76 Super Reverb. Volume's on about 4. Trebles just over midway. Mids are just under midway, and bass is down to about 4, 3.5, 4, because the 76 circuit's got a lot of low end. So here's what it sounds like without any pedals. And I need to clean this pot next time I change strings on the Strat. When you test a lot of amps, sometimes DC on the input of an amp can do a number on volume pots. I change volume pots in my Strats and Tellys and such every couple of years. As a result, I need to look into maybe putting a capacitor in my main test guitar to eliminate any DC from hitting the pot. Because some amps have quite a bit of DC leaking. Anyway, let's start with the stock Archer in kind of like a clean boost mode. So. Has a relatively high noise floor. That's kind of just a clean boost there. I guess that's about unity. That's a nice sound, but fairly significant background noise for a relatively minor increase in gain. Let's try the Rockaway at similar settings. Gain down at 0. Let's see if unity is about the same place. Has a similar background noise increase to the regular Archer. Certainly the most popping when you gauge it. That's really audible through the amp. I imagine that would be a problem with a higher gain amp than super reverb set on the edge of clean. I know Pete Thorne uses this, and he uses it for his high gain channel on his Sur amp as a boost, and he does a mid boost from what I can see of his pictures. But he's also using it in a Musicom programmable loop pedal. So he's not actually using the switch. He's leaving it in the loop always on, and the switch just activates without that click. I've seen a lot of videos on these. I've not seen anyone who mentions that. Maybe this one's uniquely poppy. They both sound very good, but that background noise is annoying. I'm gonna try my Telos in pure gain mode. So this will just be an increase in level without any tonality change other than what the amp will do in response to that. We'll try in the soft drive mode, which is going to have a little bit of dirt added to it. Well, I think as far as clean boost goes, I already have a better option, at least for me. I will say that when you're in soft drive mode, there's something in this pedal I always meant to get fixed and never did by the time I had to stop production on them. If you go to soft drive and you're not playing, you do get a slight thump when you turn it off. But if you're playing, you don't. It's a zero cross thing, and I was going to put a timing circuit in that to switch one thing before the next thing switched, and that would have eliminated that. And I could no longer get enclosures for these, and they were taking so long to make, and I wasn't making as much money on them as I did on amp stuff, so I retired this. I still have this circuit. I would love to send it to a good home. Aside from that one aspect on the soft drive, I've always thought it was practically perfect in every way. It's the Mary Poppins of pedals. Let's try the pedals set for overdrive, though. I'm gonna go to the bridge Thornbucker here. There I'm liking the Rockaway more than the Archer, but the Rockaway does have that noise floor and that popping at all times. Let's see if it does it when you're playing. Yeah, it's still there when you're playing, unlike here. This is a zero crossing oddity, and this is probably the output is... I have not seen inside one, I can't say for sure, but it sounds like it's a true bypass circuit, so at the moment of switching, the input of the next thing, in this case the amp, doesn't have a ground reference. Let's try a little bit more fluid stuff with both these pedals. Let's say there, I think the Archer is a little more useful than the Rockaway. Both the Archer and the Telos into this Super Reverb at this gain setting have a mid thing, which sounds a little bit ugly on its own, but I think in a band context would do really well. Let's try some higher gain settings on all three. I think this has some potential, given the EQ, for some stunt use, like. But for general purpose overdrive, I think I'm happy with what I have. Plus that gives me the option of stacking itself. set this back to some milder overdrive stuff. I want to try something else too. I think I like the Archer more than I like the Rockaway. So I want to sub out the Rockaway for something which used to be the pedal everyone had to have, and now it's no longer quite as sought after, but I think it's still a very good choice. All right, we've got the Zen Drive added in the mix. Let's go to neck pickup. Hear that popping? I know in this case it's because the Zen Drive bypass switch is wired poorly and guaranteed to give you those pops. It's the true bypass, early days kind of thing. The Archer, especially through the 76 Super Reverb, also has a lot of low end being added in there. I think if I did not have this, because these are hard to get, they're going on eBay for much more than I ever sold them for, I would, and I saw this video and I was looking for something that did that sound. I think the Zen Drive beats out the Archer or most clones I have played in the past. I guess since this one didn't get to show it, let's show some higher gain out of the Zen Drive as well. Let me clean that pot. Well, I think that's as much a time as I have today for boost overdrive testing as far as mild overdrives go. I'm kind of disappointed in the Archer Rockaway for that severe pop at all times when switching it on and off. I think that's a problem unless you're using a Musicom or similar loop selector. I think that's a problem that I've not seen anyone else talk about on YouTube. So maybe it's unique to this individual pedal. I don't know. I think this sounds, the regular Archer sounds good. It's very nice, but you see, we already got one. I think this does what that do. I think the Tellus does what clones do, Centaurs. That's kind of just half of what this pedal does. I put a lot of time and thought into it. I still like the Zen Drives a lot. I think they're a really nice sounding pedal that, for whatever reason, is no longer the pedal du jour on the gear page, but remains a really good versatile choice. And I didn't show anything with the tone or voice switches settings. You can find these online, tons of videos on these. Still a great option for a smooth overdrive and warm boost. The two pedals that I'm looking at, if anyone has any feedback for me on these, I've kind of got boost and mild overdrive and working with the amp overdrive covered with this. I'm looking kind of for an amp in a box kind of thing. So when I'm playing a clean Fender, I can turn it into a Marshall. This doesn't really do that. This makes a Marshall do more Marshally things, makes a Vox do more Voxy things, and makes a Fender do more Fendery things. But I'd like something that can be more of a chameleon. And the two pedals that intrigue me, though I've not had a chance to try them, are the Friedman Small Box. The Dirty Shirley seems to have a little more mids than I want, and the BE Overdrive seems to be a little too modern and scooped for me. I think the Small Box sounds promising. And the Ethos TWE something, their little train wreck pedal. Both of those seem really intriguing. If anyone has an experience with them, wants to weigh in on how they do with a clean Fender, with a clean Vox, et cetera, or how they do with a real Marshall as far as offering another range of sounds with that works well with it. Also, how's the switching? Is the switching quiet? How's the noise floor? Let me know your thoughts, and let me know your thoughts on these. And this was not a ha ha ha, I'm so good. I put a lot of time and work into designing this, and keeping the noise floor down and making it versatile was everything to me when I was designing this. And that pop, if you switch the soft drive off when you're not playing, has always bugged the hell out of me. But it's like art. Just leave one little flaw for God. See ya.